Morning, Samantha. How are you?
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Thanks for letting me pop in. It's been a crazy summer, but I hope to keep coming back.
You're welcome anytime. Jack is not welcome, but everyone else is.
Thank you.
Good morning, Jack. Hey, Kaim, how are you?
Oh, we're good. Good to see you guys. Hope everybody had a good fourth.
Yeah, not too crazy about all the crazy stuff going on in Chicago or wherever that is. That's just terrible.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that certainly is. But yeah, the world we live in is not what it used to be, and they're crazy everywhere.
Yeah, the thing I was looking at the pictures and these were a bunch of little kids sitting on the sidewalk watching a parade. I mean, Jesus. And then I don't know
Yeah,
if you saw a picture of the guy that they caught, but he looks like something from a Batman comic or something as far as an evil looking dude. It's just he's probably 120 pounds and got facial tattoos and neck tattoos and just freaky. I mean, he should have been arrested just for being so freaky. Showing my age, but I just couldn't get over it really. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started.
Hey,
And
Dennis,
I think, yeah, Grant.
will you make me co-host? I think you might have made Jack co-host by accident.
Okay, gotcha. Well, this thing jumps around a lot. Okay. Yeah, I did.
Awesome.
I made
Thank you.
Jack the, I made Jack the co-host. Okay, withdraw co-host from Jack. There we go.
We need more
Yeah,
time.
yeah. When you hover over someone's name on the Zoom, it constantly reshuffles. So anyway, just first world problems. I'm not going to worry about it.
Hudson.
Hey, Tammy, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful, thanks. Hey, Mrs. Ruth. Okay. So today we're going to talk about gift cards, and from an e-commerce perspective, it can be a very useful tools, channel, whatever you want to call it, because gift cards are very convenient, and they also, somebody can buy the gift card and you can get the money from it, but they may not use it for a long period of time. I think I read somewhere that only 10% of gift cards get redeemed. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but some low percentage like that. So this is a presentation by a company that actually does this for Shopify, and I assume they do it for other sites as well, other brands. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it, but I thought it was pretty good. And so let's give it a shot here. And hold on here. Share screen. Okay, there we go. All right, here.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rand Beutler, and I'm the founder and CEO of Gavala, where we are reinventing.
Even though that voice is so grating, it's still a good presentation. So just kind of bear with this. I don't know where this voice comes from. It's almost like she's got some kind of device that's changing her voice. I don't know.
The digital gifting experience. Now, what exactly does that mean, right? Year round in e commerce, we focus on our target customers. But how do we bring more in? How do we bring back the ones that brought something before? We go through product development, marketing, logistics, all to try and find the sweet spot that will make sales soar. And then Black Friday comes around, then the holidays, and what do we focus on? Gifting. Suddenly, we aren't talking to our primary audience, we're talking about the people buying from our primary audience. They become our target customers. Clearly, gifting is important and valuable, so why don't we put emphasis on gift cards as part of a gifting strategy? So many merchants just have a basic gift card product, if a gift card product at all, and it sits at the bottom of your store or in the back, or it's hidden. And sometimes it comes out in email campaigns when the shipping deadline is passed for holiday season, but you and I, we know we can do better than that. Did you know that in 2021, gift card sales grew 43% year over year? Or that gift cards remained the number one gift on people's wish list for the 13th consecutive year? And this year, 83% of all consumers expect to give a gift card. Your customers want to buy gift cards. So today we're going to look at why gift cards are a must for your Shopify store and features you can add to really enhance the experience and boost sales. Plus, we'll look at how to make use of gift cards as part of a retention strategy. So why are gift cards a must for your Shopify store? First things first, gift cards are easy to set up and manage. Once you add the features customers want and add in some clever placement and marketing, gift cards will largely take care of themselves. There's no warehousing, there's no logistic, and they won't run out of stock. Second, they improve your customer experience for gift buyers. Competition in e-commerce, as you know, is fierce. You'll know yourself how many competitors you have within your niche, and any competitive edge you have matters. Trying to compete on price can really devalue your product. And trying to compete on product takes time and resources, which while you'll work on your product anyway, it's tough to compete just on this when customers have so much choice, especially in gifting. It's common to see gift buyers have less knowledge on the product in question, even if they're buying for someone else. They won't even necessarily know if your product is better unless you have a lot of reviews telling them that it is. So that leaves us with the best option, customer experience. Having a really strong gift card option and making it visible on par with your other gift options adds to your customer experience and really will delight your customers. We'll come to what a strong gift card option looks like later, but in short, having one which allows for personalization, added features, and streamlines the process for them, well, that's going to make a great experience. When they don't know what to buy, your gift card is there to make their decision just a little bit easier. Third, they're useful when you're faced with supply chain issues. Everybody's least favorite ongoing issue in world logistics isn't changing anytime soon. And even if it does, you need to be ready for those times where you need to make sales, but you're short on inventory. As I've already mentioned, gift cards are unlimited. They don't need a supply chain. They give you as a merchant extra time before that gift card is redeemed without losing the sale in the short term. Fourth, gift cards boost AOV, average order value, cart spend, and retention. Okay, so let's first talk about AOV and cart spend. When a customer buys a gift card, they're going to spend a fixed amount, whatever their original budget was for the gift. Now that might be $20, $50, or something else. They were only ever going to spend that amount on a gift. They probably round it up or down depending on the values you offer for gift cards. Now the recipient, on the other hand, they're almost definitely going to spend much more. They likely have familiarity with your brand, if not your products, and in one survey, over 80% of those who received gift cards said that was the case. They're also much more likely to spend over the value of the gift card, and they see it as an excuse to treat themselves. We've seen on average about $75 more than the value of the card with our merchants on Gavallo. And because they're already familiar, there's a stronger chance at retention. gift cards kind of act as a paid for retention strategy. You don't need to spend anything. You just need to demonstrate to the recipient of the gift card that you've got an amazing customer experience. Trust me, there are many more reasons why gift cards are so valuable for your store, but those are the headliners for what we're talking about today. Okay, come with me. We're going to move on to what those features are that will enhance your gift cards and add to the customer experience. Gift card features that matter to customers. We need to talk about this. When you buy a gift, it's often quite a personal matter. You have to think about what the person likes, choose the gift, pick wrapping paper to suit the recipient, write out a gifting card, and so on. When someone buys a gift card, they want to feel like they're still getting and giving the same level of personalization. The gift card that comes built in with Shopify does its job in the sense that it is a gift card, but it doesn't actually mimic a gifting experience. What happens is you issue a gift card that gets sent back to the issuer, and then that issuer will have to send it to the recipient. That doesn't really feel like a gift, does it? Think about what the experience currently looks like for your gift card. And if you've never thought about it, well, today's the day. Now, that's not just impersonal, it's clunky, and it's not going to leave a lasting positive impression. So what features can we add to that experience? How do we create just a little bit more magic in that giftable moment? First, allow them to send directly to their recipient, complete with their name and email address. Okay, right there, you're immediately making it more personal and you're streamlining that gifting process. Okay, next you need to add a gift note. Luckily, we don't have to get out a greeting card, pop it in the mail. We don't have to worry about any of that. So the gift note sounds simple, but the little touch can make a big difference to the experience of the recipient of the gift card. Then let's go just a touch further. Allow customers to choose the date they want their gift card sent. So unless you're buying super last minute, like I would, more often than not, customers will be buying gifts in advance, especially around the holidays. With the basic Shopify setup, that means they need to remember to dig out the email with the gift card to either print out or forward to their recipient. Let's give them a better experience than that and give them the opportunity to schedule their gift card. It arrives in the recipient's inbox precisely when it's supposed to without the original customer lifting a finger. Believe it or not, we can do even more to personalize that experience. Something really simple that's going to make an impact is having a selection of images for the customer to choose from. That may be reflective of the product they intend the recipient to purchase. For example, if you sell beauty and healthcare products, then you may have a different design for each category. Or it might be different occasions like happy birthday or congratulations year-round. Then you add some festive options later in the year. You can even create collections of gift cards, so then you have a specific birthday gift card with lots of image options and some for other occasions. This is the digital equivalent of wrapping paper and gift bags. Already, this experience is looking 10 times more appealing to a customer than a basic gift card ever would. Especially if you already offer gift options on your stores, like adding notes to gift orders or a wrapping service, you need to do more to make your gift card stand shoulder to shoulder with these options. On your end as the merchant, you want gift cards to be super easy to manage while also getting the data you need to keep track of performance. Good news is if you're using Cavallo, we have a dashboard set up that has everything you need to manage, track, and analyze your gift card sales, including individual customer event timelines to streamline that customer support experience. Plus, we also have this awesome feature that's going to help you and your customers. Our out-of-stock integration makes it so that when you have a product go out of stock, the customer is instead prompted to purchase a gift card instead. That means there are no dead ends. You don't want to leave your customer thinking, should I go somewhere else? No. You need another door for them to walk through, and that's their door. They might not initially think to buy a gift card instead of the product that they initially want, so presenting them with the option could be the aha moment for them. We've improved our gifting experience by adding all of these features, so let's talk about how gift cards can improve retention. Okay, We're ready for this. So how to use gift cards as part of a retention strategy. We're going to look at two different scenarios. The first is how gift cards can boost retention with those who receive one. And the second is how we're going to use gift cards in unique ways as part of your overall retention strategy. So gift card recipients, we've already discussed how they're likely to be familiar with your brand, if not already an existing customer. That gives you an edge already. The gift card is already a retention strategy in and of itself that somebody else has paid for. It's also an acquisition strategy. There are other ways you can encourage retention and acquisition even when the gift card has been redeemed. Step 1. Do more before they redeem the card. Encourage the customer to redeem the card. Send them reminders, product recommendations based off of what they've bought before. A sort of, hey, you have a gift card. Here's what you might like to use it on. If they're a brand new customer, give them a great onboarding experience. Emails like, you're new here. Here are some of our best sellers. Customers will appreciate that you're encouraging them to spend because then it means they don't lose out or forget. 50% of Americans say they've lost out on a gift card previously. Next is delivering a really solid customer experience when they go to redeem it. Make sure to tailor that post-purchase experience and ensure that they know they're using a gift card and how magical it is. Include materials in the packaging, offer detailed tracking, follow up with feedback requests and educational materials. The more you can do throughout this experience from the moment they receive a gift card to the end, the better your chances for retention will be. Okay, so what are those unique ideas I've mentioned? First, use gift cards instead of discounts. Discounts, blah. When you offer a discount, you're setting the customer's expectation that your brand is a discount brand from day one. Do not be a discount brand. And we all know this, right? If you offer them a discount up front, inevitably you'll probably offer them another discount. This is a discount loop spiral. We don't want to do that. The new customer that you want to acquire never sees your products at full price. Instead, they always see them at discounted price. Plus, a discount running constantly means there's no importance in the sale. There's no FOMO. However, if you instead offer them a gift card, well, they may have something to lose out on. Even if the gift card's total is less than what they get with a discount, you're still offering them something of value. You're still offering them a gift. They're more likely to actually use it, and you won't be seen as discounting your products. They stay the same price. The customer just has a gift card. You are now a value add brand, not a discount brand. And how does that impact retention? It attracts a better quality of customer. You're less likely to get those bargain hunters that are looking for their next deal. You're going to foster a stronger relationship, and those customers will be more likely to come shop again. Speaking of loyalty, offer gift cards as perks of your loyalty program. This is in the same vein of discounting, and some loyalty programs offer discounts or free shipping as a perk you can earn. And again, this is the same as discounting. You're then saying a discount is something that's worth earning. Is it? That doesn't make sense. You're offering the reward of devaluing your product. Gift cards as a bonus also have the added benefit that the program member may share it with someone else who is interested in your products. A better reward means a better chance of purchase, which equals better retention, which is why gift cards should also be part of your referral strategy, if you have one. Offer both customers a gift card rather than money off their order. It achieves the same function, but the perception is very different. Let's go a little bit beyond loyalty programs. Gift cards can also be used to enhance your retention strategy, generally outside of your program. You can offer gift cards as a way to bring customers back to your store and automate this through email and SMS. Let's say you have a segment of customers who have high LTV or AOV and they haven't ordered for a while. You can send them a gift card as a small token to bring them back, a sort of, hey, we haven't seen you in a while, here's a gift from us. Then maybe you have a segment of customers who order very frequently and even recently, but you want to keep them in that purchase cycle. Again, you can offer them a gift card scale depending on their AOV to encourage that next purchase. The perception with gift cards as a reward is in the name. It's a gift. You're giving them something. They know how gift cards work. They understand that the idea is you're giving them free money to spend. And with that, I thank you for listening to me today. Please check out Cavallo, and I hope you have a great gifting season.
Okay. So like I said, not the most appealing voice, but I think there's some pretty good stuff there. Is anyone here using gift cards to any level, or is it too difficult to do? Anybody got any experiences they want to share? Yeah, Samantha, go ahead.
Hi, yeah, I don't know if this is the gift card part, but I'm part of a group that somebody said, hey, I'm a big part of the PTA raffles. If you want to be a part of this to raffle off product, get on this list. So I did. And I thought instead of giving product, what I would do is give a gift certificate that would only be set for a certain amount of money for a certain bundle of products. So I set it up on Shopify and I had a code. I just had it with a code and I thought the code would cover it all. The code doesn't cover shipping though. It covered the product, but it didn't cover shipping. So I had a couple of customers who won the raffle come back and say, hey, I've been trying to purchase this, but it's still charging me $10 for shipping. So what I had to do, somebody told me about, was to go and create a gift card code, I think it is. And then you can do that for the whole amount. And then they can enter in the gift card code. And that's how I was able to get the whole thing going. But in terms of like giving a physical thing, because I know people like to have physical things, especially for raffles. How do we do that for a gift card code? Do we just have to print that out individually? Is that what this whole thing is about? Because I thought that was all just virtual.
I think so. I haven't really delved into it, but printing something out, pretty simple, especially if you're using a code and the code is managing the process. So I would think printing something out would be good. I haven't really delved into it with this particular vendor. But I know it's possible to get physical cards. You can get like a batch assigned to you, to your merchant account, but that might be a lot of money. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at that in a really long time. One of the things that the woman said in her presentation I thought was really good is the idea of getting away from discounts as a way to drive what you're doing. And I think it's natural, I've got this customer, if I can sell them something even at a lesser margin, it's more profitable than a new customer. But I do like the idea of a gift card. It could be, you could even use it as a prize, right? That people could win a gift card for certain actions. I don't know what the legality is, like, if you spend $100, you get a gift card or something. I don't know. But yeah, I do know it's a big weapon in retail in general, at least physical retail. Gift cards are, if you go to Nordstrom's or any of those big retailers, you'll see a tremendous amount of activity with gift cards. So yeah, I encourage you to look at this particular company is a Shopify app. So you can probably try it for free, I would imagine. But and there may be others on there also. Her video caught my eye because it was kind of on point. Okay, so I'm gonna pivot now. So unless anybody has any questions about gift cards or anything else like that. Okay, this is a subject I've been thinking a lot about, specifically for this group and several of you in here. And one of the things that I do, as you can tell from my nonstop posting on our Facebook page, is I try to keep up with trends and what's going on in the marketplace. And one of the primary movers of trends is in fact venture capital investments. Where is the smart money going? What are they investing in specifically related to e-commerce? So it's something I pay a lot of attention to. And what is happening right now is there is a whole new series of companies that are getting funded, and it's getting funded by what I will call the first string venture capital, like Andreessen Horowitz and um, um, oh gosh, I can't remember all the names, but there's a handful of venture capital firms that are, generally Sequoia is another one that are considered, really leading edge, and they actually have really big research staff that actually keeps up with a lot of stuff and tries to stay over the horizon with stuff that's developing. And the thing that's really hot right now, from what I can tell, are marketplace platforms. And what a marketplace platform, I'm going to show you a couple examples. Marketplace platforms are basically technology that enables you to sell products or services from someone other than yourself, but in an integrated and easy way for the customer. So for example, thinking of Sana, for example, Sana has her egg kits, and she also now has this successful pop-up that's going on in Raleigh. Um, those people that are in that pop-up could theoretically sell on Sana's site. Okay, that would be something that she could do on her site and bring those folks into her platform. And when done right, each of those merchants does their own fulfillment. You don't buy the inventory, you don't tie up capital. They self-service, keep their particular section of your site up to date. So it's not intended to be a real heavy lift. So I'm gonna just share an example. Sana, you're laughing.
I was just gonna say you're putting ideas in my head, Dennis. I might just go do it.
Well, here's the thing that I've been watching. Okay, so in the last 2 years that I've been doing this, there actually have been quite a few changes in the space that maybe you haven't really thought about or haven't really impacted you at this point. And one of the things is that there are a lot more people buying food online. That's a fact. And when I say something like that, it's such a broad category, right? Food can go everywhere from, wine and chocolates and, all kinds of things that they aren't necessarily what I would consider high probability of repeat purchase, right? When someone goes to the grocery store, personally, I'm terrible. I buy the same shit every week. Go to the grocery store, buy it. Although now I must admit I'm buying it much more online than before. But the point is, some of you have products that are not necessarily going to be included in a weekly shopping basket, for example. It's just not. It might be every 2 weeks. It might be some other pattern. So you guys might remember we were talking about a plant-based milk product out of Miami. I think they were called, gosh, I can't remember their name right now, but they were selling a plant-based milk, and they noticed on their site that when people bought their product, they would also go buy other products that were related. It might be a spoon to stir it or whatever. It was a bunch of products. And these guys ended up putting all those different companies on their website as a marketplace. And now people buy all that stuff directly from their site. And they get a commission from these other vendors for helping these transactions happen. So it made a lot of sense to me. So I'm just going to show you a couple examples here and see what you guys think. Okay. So there are a number of these. I don't mean to be, really, going too far with this, but I did want to point out. So this company, Nautical Commerce, is getting a lot of attention. They just raised $30 million to build this. And one of the things that's interesting is the CEO is the guy who built Apple Pay for Apple. Okay, so he kind of knows what he's doing. And as you can see here under key integrations, they have Stripe, they have ShipStation, Shopify, Yotpo, all these various integrations that might be helpful. And it basically just builds up where you can have a variety of different kinds of merchants selling on your site, and you can manage it. So there's just a lot here, and I'll post this so you can take a look. Maybe you can get a demo from them. One of the let's see if I can find this real quick. Let's see. Sorry, just take me 1 second here. I email stuff to myself and then I try to find it later, which is terrible. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. Hopefully you all can see this. This is a site that is basically run by a nonprofit association that deals with rowing across the U.S. rowing. And you'll see across the top here, they have a variety of categories of products for women, men, headwear, accessories, jewelry, etc. And they have a thing where when you shop, they get a percentage of the sales. They're a nonprofit. They're trying to help rowing. So notice here they say each person purchase at the U.S. rowing marketplace. So what they've done is they've assembled a bunch of vendors to sell under their program. So for example, this is jewelry from various people related to rowing. I'm not a rower, but apparently some of this stuff is really commonly awarded to people who are on rowing teams. I think like these rowing earrings or the heart pendant or whatever. Again, I'm not super up on that, but if we just pick one of these, this particular product is actually a vendor outside their organization. And you can see it looks like it's part of the website. It gets all kinds of other things going on here. Here's the ancillary products we talked about that somebody might want to buy when they're buying some of this kind of stuff. But this has been very successful for this group, and they're able to offer quite a bit of stuff without them having to do all the back end stuff. Here's the jewelry again. They have it in another section. Different kinds of, just all different kinds of items that you can see, visors and so on and so forth. So I just think some of you who are in a situation where, particularly if you're a product, again, I go back to Sana, but also Samantha, right off the top of my head, your product is very complementary to other kinds of food products, that whether it's meat or other products, eggs in Sana's case, there's kind of a natural affinity around your product. And you could conceivably profit from that affinity, profit from having those related products, participate on your site. This particular technology, and there are a number of different ones on here. This particular one, this one is run by this group called Nautical Commerce, and so they're Shopify. And one of the things that they do is when you deal with the plugin, you actually negotiate the percentages and the relationship with the different vendors. So and these vendors are inclined to do it because they're listed here. So they're already kind of oriented to doing it. So that's Nautical Commerce. Another one that's getting a lot of attention is this company called Canal. So shopcanal.com is their website. And they have a really big relationship with Shopify. But again, this is a whole bunch of products, that you can have and have it on your website. So you invite your partners, you set the terms, the discounts, all that kind of stuff, And then when customers purchase on your site, the software sends the information to your partner to fulfill the order. So you don't have to fulfill the order yourself. And so these two guys, these two companies, Canal and Nautical Commerce, are getting a lot of attention because they raised a lot of venture capital. There is one other one that we've actually talked about before. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And I frankly don't really know all the difference, except that I don't believe Caro has attracted any venture capital, which is maybe why you don't hear about them. I'm not quite sure. They've been around for quite a while. They do the same sort of thing. No upfront investment. So it's a very similar, and I don't know which one is the best. These guys have been around a long time. They seem to be self-funded, so you don't read about them as much in the venture capital. But it's the same sort of thing, and it's a Shopify app, and I think we've seen these guys before. Let's see if we got one of the. If I can just find this guy real quick. Well, it doesn't look like they have them. Oh, here we go. So you guys might remember when we looked at this Joy, which is the plant-based protein thing, and they found out that people, for example, were buying their milk. They were also buying syrup from Julie's Dates, which is in California. This Joy is in Miami. So they launched this marketplace, Friends of Joy. And notice the way they do it, I think is pretty cool. They got it across the top, but marketplace is its own section. If you look here, you see marketplace on the far right. So they got all their products listed, and then they have this thing called marketplace, and they show the products that they feel are related to their product. So chocolate chip cookie mix, etc. So this is another one, Caro, Carro. Seems to have been around longer than the others, but I don't know the pros and cons of the various platforms, and maybe that's something we could figure out. So I just wonder what you guys think about an idea like this, and if this resonates at all with anybody here.
It's resonating real well with me because I'm looking at our marketing website where we list all our members and how to find products that we could do this and become a sales platform. We wouldn't need the kickback or anything, but it would help us direct customers directly to products and ready to pull the pen and purchase.
Yep. The thing about these, and I don't know, I know Caro, it's true. I'm not sure of the other. You have to deal with your partner's web technology. So, for example, if they are not using Shopify, they cannot use Caro. I know that for a fact. However, I don't think that's true with some of these newer entrants. I think they might be platform agnostic. I don't know. But the back end, the processing, the order flow, all that kind of stuff is important when you're, especially if you have multiple partners. And just imagine if you had 50 partners and your system didn't keep all that straight, that would be a nightmare. So the participants or the partners platform is an issue, just frankly. Anyone else?
I just thought of something while you were saying that, Dennis. It's like that Pop Shop Live, when you sell something on their platform, they send you a shipping label. I know this could be a lot of work. You probably would need to have a staff. Like if I were to do it, I would need someone doing this for me. Like if, for example, if I do take vendors from the pop-up market, because Ashley and I've actually talked about this down the road, giving them a platform to sell, because a lot of them don't have e-commerce. So
Yep.
I know that my strength is marketing. We could do marketing and then they could get their customers or whatever. But if they don't have anything set up, we could do what the Pop Shop Live is doing, where we print off the labels and send it to them, and all they have to do is ship it out.
Yep.
But then again, it's just a lot of stuff managing that.
Well, the thing you have to always keep in mind, and I always, I learned this from my first CEO, where's the heat, right? Where is the opportunity? And these folks who don't have anything at this point, I would argue, that's not your prime market. You may want to help them over time and add that, but you have partners that are actually doing significant business right now. That's where you want to start. You want to add those kind of partners who know what they're doing. They have a platform, they are making sales, and they want to work with you to increase their sales. Because by having those kinds of partners, you improve your situation. You will build traffic to your website. So at a first blush, I would say the lower experienced ones, or the ones who don't have any kind of platform, I would put them in a second tranche of activity, because like you said, there's going to have to be some amount of work to deal with them, whether it's labels or whatever it is. So I just think that going for the highest volume you can to start is a good starting place. And then as time goes on, really ultimately you look at somebody like Etsy. Etsy is a marketplace platform. And at this point, I think this is right. They have 5 million vendors. Is that right? Some crazy number. I don't know what the number is, but it's a lot. But they did not start with the little guys. They started with people who were kind of doing well, and that built traffic to Etsy. And then Etsy was in a position to start helping everybody, really, even the smallest guys. So that's just my thought, is to don't waste a lot of cycles in the beginning on stuff that's a real heavy lift, that you're going to have to do everything because the person has not invested in anything, that's compatible with your system.
That's a really good point, Dennis. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's important to figure out, the old, who is that guy who used to rob banks, and they asked him why he always robbed banks, and he said, because that's where the money was. Willie Horton or something like that. I can't remember his name, but anyway, that's really a good rule of thumb. Where's the money? And some of you are working with partners. I know Time is working with Craig and them. Everyone is interested in this kind of thing, but I think this kind of evolving platforms that make this doable, big money is going into it. I really think that people are coming to the realization that people are going to buy food online, and they'll buy it on a regular basis, depending on what the mix is. And so if you can have some products in your offer that lend itself to more common repeat purchases, and you get your brand in there, I think that's a really good place to be. So, anyone else want to comment? Okay. All right. Well, I'll post the links to these guys that are doing this marketplace stuff. I have not really delved in myself, so I'm not really, one thing, if you raise a lot of venture capital, the venture capital guys are incented to get your story out. So they actually pay for a lot of these stories. And you have to keep that in mind. At the same time, they are prepared for you, right? They have spent the money. They are in a place where they are trying to scale. That's their whole thing that they're trying to do. And many of you have, you look at the gift card side of it, or other, loyalty programs, whatever. The more you can do to get people to your site to buy stuff and to work with you, I think it's to your advantage, assuming it doesn't break your back trying to manage it and trying to deal with it. And these tools are designed to be self-service. I say that, and you probably end up having to build websites for people. I don't know. But their intent is to, like this Joy Milk, or whoever they are, their partners are all substantial, significant businesses in their own right. They're not, little small people with no activity. They're pretty good sized companies as well. So The other thing that I like about this, and this is just for you to think about, if you get into like a promotional calendar, or you get into a game plan for promotion, you can do deals with people just for a promotion, right? You don't have to onboard somebody for life to your website. It could be seasonal. It could be very specific. It could be somewhat of a campaign, right? Maybe to raise money for something, or I'm thinking of somebody like Carol, the woman Carol who does the cookies on the Outer Banks. I mean, she's got a pretty big operation. She was in our class last time. She would love to do periodic deals, and her cookies or her other baked goods would probably fit in well with some of your products, I would assume. I'm just using that as an example. But I do like the idea of getting people to come to your site more and be oriented toward buying stuff from you. And you, by doing these marketplaces yourself versus going through somebody like Amazon or Etsy or anyone else, you get the customer information. It's your customer, it's your emails. I think that's a critical part of this. It also means that you're somewhat dependent on the traffic that these other partners will bring to your site. Some of them may be really busy, high populated sites, or some might be, less visitors than yours. It's something you have to look at and kind of figure out. But once you start thinking about it a little bit, and you can start looking at some of the marketplaces that are out there, like that rowing one, I think you can see the potential for periodic deals or campaigns or various ways to promote. Go ahead, Jack.
I had a question on if someone goes to a marketplace and they buy products from two different vendors on one order. Can they do that on one order, or would they need to have a separate order for each vendor?
No, they can put it all together on one order. Yeah. This is why the integration is important, because you got to have good inventory, right? It's got to be someone buying it. Now, I don't know if you've had this experience. I certainly have, where I'm buying 3 or 4 items on Amazon, and when I go to check out, it's coming in 3 different days, right? For some reason, it's all divided up, and they don't tell you that until you actually, I don't know if you have to pay to even know that. I'm not quite sure. But the point is, people are used to it. People are used to assembling an order, and to the way that like again, we'll just go back real quick. If you look at this Joy Cart, the way they've gone about it from a marketplace perspective, I would argue that it's somewhat de-emphasized, right? This is their site. This is, addjoy.com, and they have a link to the marketplace, which is just one thing that they do. So, I think in their case, they are getting the best they can get out of it for their own brand, while at the same time offering this. If we go back to that U.S. rowing, let's see, you don't even know it's a marketplace. They don't even say it, right? I mean, it looks like their website. Notice the gift card emphasis, which started me on my journey to find that woman. But yeah, I mean, it's their website. They call it the U.S. Rowing Store. So they don't make a big deal out of the marketplace at all, from what I can tell. And also with these items, these are occasional purchases. People don't buy jewelry every week. They don't buy this kind of stuff every week. So this is a little bit of a different animal than this guy, who's selling stuff that arguably people would buy, on a regular basis and consume it. I wouldn't personally, but somebody does. But they also kind of de-emphasize the marketplace aspect of it, which I think is kind of cool. So anyway, and to be fair, I have not looked at what does this cost, right? If you go to Shopify, I don't have a Shopify site, so it's hard for me to get pricing on apps. Maybe some of you all can do that. You can look at some of these and see what it costs. I'm assuming it's affordable, but it may not be. I don't know. It doesn't look like a lot of development required to do this. But again, I warn you, I have not done that work. Sana will reverse engineer it and tell us exactly.
I
the
was
whole
actually
scoop.
just looking at that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm up
I'll
with
let
it.
you guys know. I'll let you
Yeah,
know
I'm
if I
sure-
find that.
I threw it out there because I knew she would eat it alive. So, anyway,
But who, Dennis, do you know
Yeah.
who would manage shipping in that case? You mentioned
Each vendor.
Amazon. Sorry?
each
So-
vendor manages their own shipping.
No, I mean shipping prices. So if I'm the customer and I add multiple items to my cart and it takes me to what the example that you gave with, how Amazon, you have a split cart or a split shipping
Yeah.
at times.
Right.
With Amazon, sometimes depending on the items, most of it is free shipping. It depends on what you pick, but some of them you would then see a shipping cost associated with a particular item. In this
Right.
case, do you have to pay shipping for each item that you select because it's coming from a different vendor? How do you know how that's handled?
Yeah, that's an example of the negotiation with the partner, right? So I'm trying to find it here. These guys, it's free shipping for everything. So they have negotiated with each of their vendors free shipping, right? I can't find it right now, but I know that's how these guys roll. It's free shipping for all products all the time.
Okay.
So that's a negotiation with your vendors of what you want to do. Let's see if I can find maybe it's here. Well, I just saw it a minute ago. I can't find it now, but
It's
anyway.
all the way on the top. If you scroll all the way up top, there's a
Yeah,
bar. It
free
says
shipping.
free
Okay.
shipping, 55 or more.
Okay. So I'm assuming most of their orders are over $55, I'm guessing. But yeah, but that's a negotiation. So you negotiate the deal with all of your vendors, and that's how that works. I hope that answers your question. And I think also there's no reason why you can't start small, right? You can't start with a couple and kind of work out the kinks and kind of see what's involved. I think that's important also. I'm trying to look at this US rowing shop and see, let's see here if they charge shipping. I'm just curious. Add to cart. Let me look at the card here. Yeah, so they're not adding shipping. They got a separate thing to calculate the shipping. So they've left it open to the vendor, I guess, to figure out what to charge shipping wise.
So about the pricing for one of these apps, you gave an example of it's Canal, I think it was.
Yeah.
So they don't, here's a note on their Shopify. This is the Shopify app. It says usage fees on a per order basis, no upfront costs or subscription fees for you or your partners. So they're probably taking percentage off of the orders.
Yeah, like Pop Shop Live takes 10%, and they're probably similar. Look up Caro, CARRA.
Yeah. So they're saying Caro says free to list your products on Caro, usage fee on a per order basis. Subscriptions start at $50 per month to be a retailer. That's what it says.
Okay. All right. So there's a variety of pricing options, but I think that this is something to give some thought to as time goes on, particularly if your product lends itself to partnering with other brands that are supportive or related and non-competitive. I think that's a really good thing. And also what ends up happening if it works out is you have developed a new channel with relatively minimum work for you, hopefully. Easier said than done, but And Sana made the point about helping the smaller people with, if they don't have any technology, to help them, get a printing label and ship the product out. I believe you can add that functionality to your Shopify site. I think that's an app also that enables you to do that. I've read that before. I haven't looked at it recently, but I think you can offer that functionality to partners. Not 100% sure, but I think so. And it might be that one of the shipping solutions might have that built in. I might have seen it on like ShipBob or one of those platforms. Maybe where I saw that, where you just send a populated label to the vendor and they slap it on the product and mail it out. That's something that I know I've seen it. I just can't remember exactly where.
I think you can do that on Shopify, even without an app. I think you can. It's just in the fulfillment settings,
Okay.
how you want to fulfill your order.
Okay. Yeah, I think there was an article yesterday in the New York Times. I don't know if any of you saw it, or maybe it was Sunday. There is a platform called, I think it's called Mercari, MERCARI, and it's designed for people who want to sell stuff themselves. Normally it's selling your used clothing or stuff like that. It's not oriented toward companies, it's oriented toward individuals. But this article was basically saying that this woman who is in her last year of med school made $110,000 last year selling stuff from Goodwill on her Mercari site. And the Mercari, she's just one of those people that likes to go to Goodwill or TJ Maxx or any of these kind of places, and then she sells it. And even though she's in med school, her and her husband were able to buy a house from the money she made from this side hustle. And Mercari as a platform charges 20%. But they do send the label and like you're describing, but 20% is a pretty strong haircut. And apparently a lot of people use that platform. I haven't really paid attention, but I thought that was pretty cool that she was able to do that on the side, 20 hours a week or something, and making $110,000 last year. So nothing wrong with that. If you don't mind going to Goodwill and TJ Maxx and all those places, I personally rather put pins in my eyes, but everybody's different. So, well, that's about it for me. Tomorrow we have our friend Andy Kurtz, and he's got a deal you can't refuse. Supposedly, we'll see. But he's going to be talking about packaging and branding. I think you'll enjoy it. And then Thursday is our last class for this cohort. So we are going to attempt to do that little whiteboard thing where I don't know if I'll be able to do the Post-its, but maybe we can figure out a way to work with a couple of you all to help boil down some of the attributes that you have and the benefits that you offer. So we're going to give that a try on Thursday. I've been practicing, so hopefully it'll work. But famous last words. But anybody else have anything else they want to bring up? Oh, I'm sorry. Ruth has her hand up. I just saw that.
Yeah, no worries. I really wanted to chime in on Jack's idea about the got to be. If there's something, I know it'd be a ton of work, Jack, but I know I get a lot of business because of being listed in the got to be in the specialty food directories. And I just think it'd be really cool if there's a way that we could do a platform with that.
I know we're looking at, there's two things in favor of that happening. One is we're looking at a new vendor to manage our website. And we're reorganizing where we're creating a communications team, and the brand manager and the website will become part of that. And if they will focus on marketing communications instead of more generic communication, I think that would be, I will be recommending that to our new director of marketing and whoever he hires as the communications assistant director.
Good. Yeah,
Cool.
I think
Well-
we can do to, go ahead, Ruth.
I'm just going to say if there's anything I could do to chime in and, you know, I'm a champion on this, Jack. So if I can help you with anything on that, just happy to.
I would say that your voice and the other folks that are members voicing that to our new marketing director would have a lot more weight than I will.
Okay. Well,
Great.
maybe
So,
we can-
if there's an opportunity to meet that new person, that'd be lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be. Well, so I'm expecting to see a lot of marketplaces come out of this class. I have a sneaking suspicion that some of you whose name begins with an S and ends with an A is going to be all over this. So thank you all very much, and tune in tomorrow for Andy. He's going great guns all over the country. He's been featured in some big magazine. I forget, one of his clients won a prize for the best new package of 2021 or something like that. So we got to grab him while he still talks to us before he becomes rich and famous, or more rich and more famous. But he'll be tomorrow, and then Thursday we'll struggle with the whiteboard and see if we can't do some good with that. Okay. Thanks, everybody. And I will post these links to Canal and Nautical and so forth. All right. Take care.
Thank you.